I know he does his research before he posts anything, so I'm trying to see what that was. Because a lot of us thought that the baby hasn't been around for, I mean, they hadn't seen him this month, really, you know? So that was really, and that was what, like 8-9 days ago, the baby Emmanuel Haro. So I'm trying to figure that out. The end of July, that's what I'm thinking. Hey Bill, so let me see if I can pin your comment. Okay, so this is Bill, this is Tommy's dad, and like I was telling everybody earlier in the live that today's video is about Tommy, like who he was as a person, and I did get to meet a lot of people that knew Tommy at the vigil last year, and it was really beautiful to see, like, you know, everything that I've read about Tommy and everything you guys have told me, other people tell me the same things about Tommy, that, you know, they loved him. He was such an amazing person and such a loving person. So if you guys go to my profile, I'm always gonna have or the next 30 days, I'm gonna have a video about Tommy Jordy pinned, and it's about a case that we've been trying to make go viral. Tommy's parents have been working tirelessly for like 6 years. It's gonna be 6 years to bring justice to Tommy's unaliving. And yesterday's video was about the person that caused Tommy to no longer be with us. But today's video, I have to edit it and put the pictures and stuff, and it's gonna be all about Tommy, who he is as a person. And then tomorrow's video is gonna be a message directly from Tommy's parents. Because I know we hear like all these cases and you guys see the videos, but hearing directly from Tommy's parents, I think that's something that's gonna really, you know, impact people. And hopefully when this content creator, because I don't know if I can tell you guys who she is, she's gonna do a podcast episode about Tommy, and it's gonna be in the iHeart network, I think. Right, I think it's in the iHeart network. So I'm hoping, because she has such a big platform, that it's gonna bring more attention. Le hizo mucho daño a su hija y también a Emmanuel. Sí. Yeah, Emmanuel Haro's dad. So I'm hoping, I don't know when it's gonna come out. I'm like really excited to see. But yeah, so I'm gonna there's so much information that I'm not worried about having a new video every, you know, for 30 days straight. Yeah, I know it is. It's wonderful. And it was Tommy's parents, the ones that they found this person. They reached out to him or to her. And, you know, no, I wish it was Annie Elise. If you guys could tag Annie Elise on the videos, like, that would be great. I'm hoping to get people's attention, because even though, you know, I don't have a huge account, but it's grown, I still, you know, we need justice for Alan, like Ruby's son. But I don't think it's getting the attention. Like, I've been trying to grow the platform for some time to be able to like get more views on the videos, I guess, and it's not really working so far. So I know I'm gonna, starting Monday, now that I think the parts of the videos that have all the information, I think I'm probably done with the most important part. But then I'm gonna bring out, you're so funny, oh, justice for Tommy, yes. But now I'm gonna bring out the 911 call. I'm gonna bring out the videos from the bar. We have those. Let me see, what is there? The body cam footage. Wait, do I have all of it? I have to check. But there's a lot of information that I haven't released yet, and I think we're trying to do this little by little. And then of course information about how Tommy's parents have tried to make the parking structure safer, because the San Luis Obispo, the city, is like really not doing anything, even though it's a city that's really, you know, has money. Like, as soon as Oprah told people San Luis Obispo is like a place to be, a lot of people have gone there, but they're not putting the money where it should go. You know, they're putting it, hey Princess, so we're talking about the case of Tommy Jordy. So, you know, they're putting it, I mean, last year they got a lot of money. Instead of making the parking structure safer, they put it towards trash cans. Like, are you serious? Like, it was really strange. Oh, you sent her? Lizzie Busy, you sent a message to Anna Elise. That would be awesome if she would try. Her or Stephanie So, like, that would be awesome too. Or like, ¿cómo se llama? She's on YT. swoop, that would be awesome too. But it's just, I think some people don't start paying attention until the case goes viral, and that's what we're trying to get up there, to try and make it go viral. So hopefully it gets the attention it deserves, because I didn't know David Allen Knight's house, he has a fence around the property now. And that's really scary. Because look, yesterday, okay, so in the video I posted yesterday, I put, because I've told you guys before that his backyard reminds me of the Garrido backyard. And I posted a picture of it yesterday, but with the fence, it's like a lot creepier. Hold on, I'm trying to find the video or the picture that I posted. Do you guys remember the whole Garrido, como se llama, the girl that got kidnapped? I can't find the picture now. Great. It's lost in there. Oh man, I guess I didn't save it right, but I put it on the video. So Princess, so okay, I guess I'll tell you guys from the beginning. So there's this David Allen Knight. He's a predator. And he has charges of essaying minors, 1987, 1993, and 2003. So his MO is he meets these young men, he starts grooming them. Once he has their trust, he starts giving them, you know, so far it's been alcohol. I haven't heard anything really else. So he can essay them. And he's been doing this practically all his life, essaying. I guess it seems like he's moved on from children to young men though, because the cases in like 1987, 2003, 1993, they were minors. But, you know, the rest, well, no. Yeah. Because he was 21, but he looks 18. I don't know. And I think the young men that Tommy's parents have been able to save have been minors. They've been young adults. But in 2019, he met Tommy Jordy, and you know what? That's something else I have to show you guys, the text messages. So he took him to a bar. He was like, hey, you know, Tommy was an artist. He's like, I can help you with your art. Then they ended up in downtown San Luis Obispo. They went to a bar, and he was toasting Tommy, switching his drinks, getting really close and uncomfortable with him. And Tommy was really uncomfortable. And when it was time to leave, then he left, but he started going the opposite way, away from David Allen Knight's car. And he was really intoxicated by then. He fell, he hit his head, he became unconscious. Somebody called 911, but I don't know why the 911 operator asked him, like, is he a transient? And the person's like, I guess, I don't know. And they sent a police car instead of an ambulance. And by the time the police car passed by, Tommy was already awake, because, you know, David Allen Knight had shooken him awake. And then Tommy kept trying to get away from him, and David Allen Knight was going after him. He fell. He dropped his phone. David Allen Knight picked it up, put it in his pocket, and Tommy would tell people that were passing by, like, help me, somebody's after me. Nobody helped him. He ended up in a parking structure trying to get away from him. And since there's no cameras in the parking structure, we don't know exactly what happened. But a lot of people did speak out saying, yeah, they saw, you know, Tommy going up the parking structure. He was very intoxicated. Nobody helped him for some reason. And who knows what happened, but he fell off the parking structure and passed away. And that's when finally an ambulance arrived. The cops went, but they didn't really take care of the scene. Like, they weren't stopping people. They were letting people come and go. They weren't asking anybody questions. David Allen Knight went to a cop and told him, like, oh, I know who he is, because he saw him, you know, he saw Tommy laying on the floor. He's like, but I don't want it to be known that I was here or that I know him. And the cop's like, okay, that's fine. He didn't ask him his name. And he told him Tommy's, you know, full name, his address. And David Allen Knight tried to tell the cop, oh, he got hit by a car. And the cop's like, no, he fell off the parking structure. When the ambulance arrived, he left, and he was trying to tell people around him, like, oh yeah, he got hit by a car, trying to make it seem like that's what really happened, when that is not what happened. Sorry. And when the ambulance took Tommy, he texted Tommy's phone saying like, where are you, knowing damn well that he had Tommy's phone in his pocket. The next part is really creepy because I've never really heard anything like this before, but he went to Tommy's parents' house to tell them like, hey, I lost Tommy in the downtown area. I saw somebody laying on the floor that looked like Tommy, but the cops wouldn't give me any information, which was not true because he talked to the cops. But when Tommy's dad opened the door, he's like, well, where's Tommy? Like, I've been trying to get a hold of him. And David Allen Knight gave Tommy's parents Tommy's phone, and I think it had a little bit of blood on it, right? And when Tommy's dad left to go call the hospital, and Tommy's mom was trying to, talk to Knight and ask him like, what happened? Like, what's going on, when David Allen Knight just turned around, gave her like a huge attitude and like snarled, like really creepy and scary. He's like, shut up, I'm trying to listen into the conversation. Like, he was trying to hear Tommy's dad get the news that Tommy had passed away. And it really scared Tommy's mom. That feeling like has stayed with her. And when he, Tommy's dad went to go talk to his wife and told him like, Tommy passed away, David Allen Knight just sat there looking at them. Wait, where can I watch the parole? For the Menendez brothers, we can't watch it. They only allow one person from the media to be there, and nobody's allowed to say anything until the parole board has made a decision. So yeah, when Tommy's parents got the news, David Allen Knight was just staring at him like really strange, and once he realized like, oh, they're looking at me, then he started rocking back and forth like, oh, I can't believe he did this to me or something. It was really strange. Like, why would he go to Tommy's parents' house knowing damn well what happened? It's just like he wanted to have control of the situation. I'm wondering, it was really weird. But they called family and they're like, come and help us out, something happened. And they told David Allen Knight to go back the next day so they can find out, and of course he never went back. And the police department wanted to say from the very beginning that Tommy unalived himself, but that wasn't the case, because Tommy had he had goals in his life. Like, he had plans. He had just bought a truck for his cactus business. He was an artist. He had a lot going for him. So he didn't unalive himself. Hey, Lenny. And then, but the first detective just wanted to protect David Allen Knight so bad. He didn't really do an investigation. So the first autopsy said, Tommy unalived himself, but they didn't really do any research. They just went upon what the cops had said. Then it was, changed. But when they called in David Allen Knight to question him, oh, thank you, Princess. I know it's a lot. Trust me, I have to do a YT video about this because I can talk about it for 2 hours probably, because the police investigation was just so crappy. They didn't go ask for the surveillance video, so a lot of the surveillance video that could have helped in the case was, deleted. There's only the bar, I think, so far. Hey, Roxanne. So it's just really unfair, and I just hadn't seen this before. Wait, I don't know if I can bring up the picture, but when they questioned David Allen Knight, the cop put the camera to record him, the cop, and not David Allen Knight, and I hadn't seen that before anywhere else. I'm like, this is really strange. So when Tommy's parents decided to complain to the police department, the police department called Tommy's parents to scream at them. It's like, I've never heard the police call a victim's parents to scream at them. It's unheard of. Like, it's really, why? It just doesn't make sense. And I think that's one of the things that has brought a lot of it, my focus on it. It caught my attention. Instead of trying to bring justice, aren't the cops supposed to bring justice? Aren't the cops supposed to help instead of scream at the parents? It's really strange. But they closed the first investigation. They did it. Tommy's parents had to do a civil lawsuit to get a lot of information. So they were able to get a lot of information the cops didn't have. And when they reopened the case, they didn't even, the police, the detective didn't even talk to Tommy's parents at all. Like, he was avoiding them, I'm assuming, but he did say that this person should be charged with involuntary manslaughter. But unfortunately, he waited 3 months after the statute of limitations for that had expired to say it. So there's still no justice. This guy is still out there essaying people, or young men, because that's his preference. He's 62. And people like him continue to essay, continue to keep looking for the next victim until they physically can't. And that's been the thing that, like, you know, you have a police department, you have a city that has a lot of money, but they're not doing what they have to do to protect the people. They're protecting the wrong person. They've been protecting this guy for a long time. So that's pretty much in a nutshell, to like not lose a lot, like all of you guys. You know, that's what a lot of people have been saying, that he probably has connections to the police department because he's been living there since he was in middle school. So he knows a lot of people. And because Tommy's parents keep fighting to try and get justice, they keep putting the word out, because he was able to petition to get himself taken off the registry, even though in 2003 he got charged for essaying somebody, essaying a minor, and the abuse started when the minor was under 14. So I'm talking about the case for Tommy Jordy. And it's like, how, you know, and then so it was a felony, then he got it down to a misdemeanor, and then he got it expunged off his record. So Tommy's parents have done flyers to put the word out there, and they have helped a few young men realize, like, hey, you're David Allen Knight's next victim, and they thankfully are able to back away from him. So they have been able to help young men with this. But it's just crazy that it's not getting the attention it deserves. And it's the same police department that completely butchered Kristen Smart's case. So it's strange. He's still free even though he has a prior charges. Yeah. And then the person or the victim. So Tommy Jordy or Thomas Jordy. Oh shoot, I have to put the parents' website on the video. Sorry, I just remembered right now. So the parents have a website, justiceforthomas.com, and they are asking if, you know, you've been a victim of David Allen Knight, to reach out to them, because it could help the case to reverse the statute of limitations. But it seemed when he went to the bar, the people knew David Allen Knight. So does he go to the bar? Has he taken other young men to the bar, and people are just turning a blind eye to this? Because some of the stuff they were talking about was really weird. Like, you can even see Tommy kind of like, whoa, like, that's strange, you know? Like, it just doesn't make sense, any of it. So if you guys can tag like true crime content creators on the videos, I have so much information on a Google Drive that if anybody wants to do their own video or videos, if, you know, preferably, because there's so much information, like, I have, you know, I have the permission to share it. And this guy's backyard is weird. I mean, and I don't know, there's just so much. Like I said, I can talk about this for like 2 hours straight, but I feel like I've already lost like 30 viewers so far. But I know once the case goes viral, then it's gonna get a lot of attention. But that's just me being petty, I think. Cause hey, America, you know, cause you know, it's been a fight for a long time to try and make it go viral, to bring justice to not only Tommy, because he was 21, he had a future ahead of him, but other of David Allen Knight's victims that we don't know of. So I'm hoping it gets somewhere at some point. But okay, so before I lose everybody here, I guess let's check if there's anything about Emmanuel Haro. So I'm gonna check on the Tira to see if there's anything there. Sibling AS in the household SA. I don't know. You're gonna have to tag me on a video, chamomile tea. They've hired a private investigator in the past. When they did the civil lawsuit, they had a private investigator. But to catch somebody in the act, I don't know. That's tough. That would have to be following this guy for a few months. Because I'm pretty sure you can tell if somebody's following you or something. I don't know. But there's not even a good picture of him. The pictures we have are like from the police, the body cam footage. There's another picture, I can't say how it was obtained, but it's not a good picture of him. There has to be a better picture of him. Oh my god, my nail's gonna fall off. I'm gonna have to take them off. Okay, sorry. But if you have any other, oh wait, On the Tira has a new video. The infamous, oh my god, this guy's funny. He's interviewing a reporter, ABC7 Leticia Juarez. Oh, he's so funny. Wait, did you guys see the video of the On the Tira guy getting harassed by the Haro's neighbor yesterday? That was crazy. And I can't believe he put a warning. He put a warning, like, because he knew it was crazy. I watched it. I started watching the live when the cops came in, and then until he cut the live. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I am like, we saw a different side of this guy, but I hadn't seen the first part of it. He wasn't scared. I mean, he has served prison time himself, you know? And I hope, you know, a lot of people were doxing the neighbor in the chat. Did I save the information? Yes. Am I going to share it? No. But I really hope that guy woke up this morning like completely embarrassed with himself, because he was harassing a guy that's battling cancer. Yes, Jesse, I did a video about that, like, wait, what time is it? Like 3 hours ago, I think. I was surprised his account didn't go bananas. Yeah. Hey, Shannon. I'm surprised. I think that's why, because right in the middle of it, he cut the live and then he came back and then he went on IG. The guy, the On the Tira guy, oh my god, I just took off my nail. I didn't know it was gonna come off this soon. Ahmed Belloso from the Tira. I've been following him for some time. He's cool. The girl was there, kept scrolling, kept rolling. Sorry. His mic stayed in the same position. Wait, okay, so I still have to, there's not enough time in the day. I have to do a video about him because he did get interviewed by LA Times at the beginning of the year. You can tell he was like, bring it on. Oh yes, you can tell though, like he's been, because he said it himself, he's battling cancer, he's getting chemo, his emotions are all over the place. So this guy just pushed him enough for you to kind of lose it. It makes sense that he lost it. And a lot of people in the chat were telling him like, calm down, calm down. No, once you've been pushed too hard for no reason, nobody's gonna be able to calm you down. Like that neighbor, I hope he's embarrassed. I hope he woke up this morning and was like, damn, I'm so stupid for doing that. His brother is in the streets too. You know, I have been seeing, because I've been following him for, like I said, for some time, and he does do good to the community. He does help other people out, and he's not just about himself. Yeah, that guy should be happy. But why would you be mad for people trying to bring justice for a baby? So that neighbor's a little bit iffy. Somebody needs to check his phone. Where does he know something? Like imagining being on the wrong side of the situation. Why isn't he out there, you know, where the vigil is, instead of being mad? And isn't there going to be a bigger vigil tomorrow? Well, yeah. Sees, yep. I totally believe you. So is he gonna be mad every single night until we find out what happened to Emmanuel? Because I think there's gonna be a vigil there every day, and he just needs to get used to it or move somewhere else temporarily. Yeah, he does have. Yeah, Ahmed does have respect from the community. He totally does. But he's funny. He cracks me up. I was just really mad for him. And then the cops were like, But the stuff he was telling the guy, I was like, dude. Some people in the comments were like, he should be a comedian. Like, I agree, he should be a comedian. So, okay. So the last, I don't know how many updates you guys saw that I put oh my god, I'm trying not to put too many because I feel like I overwhelm people at some point. Maybe there's just so much information that's coming out. So it's just the fact that Rebecca's family are like, we don't support her anymore, was wild. Like, they don't support her anymore at all. Like, they've never met baby Emmanuel. She was away from her family for 3 years before the baby was born. They've only met the 2-year-old. It's really, really, really iffy. I seen the comments that they were clipped. The guy was barbecuing, so he was lying. Yeah, he was. He was barbecuing. He had stuff in his barbecue. Flood us with info, okay? And you know what? I haven't messaged her yet. Whose funeral did she attend on the 5th? You know, there's not a lot of information, or if there really is a lot of information on the funeral, I don't think the funeral to me is that big of a deal, because a lot of people have said baby Emmanuel's body is probably with the other body. I don't believe that's true. That's weird. We already known that she's had the purple eyes since the 3rd. You know, the fire, we don't know, but if they were really trying to hide something in the fire, they would have started the fire during the night, not during the day. Oh, really, Yeti? I know my views have been a little iffy, but I've been trying to get away from the other side of TikTok, so maybe that's why. I'm like, I don't know. I got kind of, ya me dio flojera with Ash Trevino and all that stuff. It's like, let's talk about the more serious things. So, yeah. It was another grandbaby of the grandma who spoke out, so her husband's family. What do you mean? A mí también. I think for all of us, yeah. I think for all of us, yeah. Because, you know, the shock factor's gone. We know it's always going to be like that. Her kids don't even want her, so why should we? You know? The husband's family. Oh, okay, yeah. Because Jake was one of the pallbearers on that. There was 2 funerals. The family had 2 funerals within a month. He was a pallbearer on the first funeral, but not the second funeral. But I mean, the baby wasn't on the funeral, so I mean, it was just iffy. And then the cop being a Temu cop that's a DJ during the weekend. Wait, I have to show you guys that. I have to show you guys. I want to ask her where she got on the Spill the Tea, got the picture of him being a DJ in the weekends. I was like, what? What lawyer is a TJ during the weekends? Like, how do you have enough time to be a DJ? It's really weird. The clip of how Rebecca used to look, I don't think so, but I've seen pictures of her. That's the freaking Temu lawyer. What's lower than Temu? 99-cent store lawyer? I don't know. But what the heck? I have to message Spill the Tea and be like, girl, where'd you get that picture? Because that's weird. He's definitely a Temu, maybe a paralegal. Yeah, it's getting weird. Dollar Tree DJ. I mean, Dollar Tree DJ and lawyer. Like, okay, but really, look at how pretty she is. She's so pretty. They need to interview the kids. Temu's not low. That's what I'm saying. What's lower than Temu? It's got to be Dollar Tree. They need to interview the kids. I'm sure the cops have interviewed the kids because they need to get professionals. Like, they need to get people that specialize in interviewing kids. Like, they have to be really sensitive. It has to be done right. You don't want to re-traumatize a child. I thought it was really strange. Yeah, the case is really sad. I think it's really strange that the first wife wasn't granted the restraining order right away. I thought that was really strange because this guy seems like, you know, forensic pediatricians. Yeah. 99-cent store. Wait, there's not even 99-cent stores anymore. It's really twisted. The family is really weird. These kids are going through hell with him and her. Yeah, that guy. Why would you have kids if you can't handle kids? The lawyer better lawyer up. He does have to, because why does he keep talking so much? He keeps giving more information than the police department are giving the investigation. Remember, we didn't know that they had taken their car until he told us that the cops took the car. Like, what? Like, why is he talking so much? It really makes no sense at all. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. But I think by the weekend we should know what happened exactly. Why would the law let him be around children? Period. I think so. And that is why didn't he get any real prison time? So yes, he's a 99-cent lawyer, but he was good enough. Wish lawyer, but he was good enough lawyer to get him off. Like, and then okay. So he does have a TikTok page, and in one of the videos, because I have to check the dates, it seems like he's talking about Jake's case, because a lot of his videos are about, like, you know, DWIs and stuff like that, and there was one that he talked about, you know, child abuse and stuff. But you really have to be a low human to be a lawyer for somebody that abuses children, and this is the second time he hires him. So some people have said that he's a family, but I don't know. I haven't been able to find any actual information that he is family. It's really weird. It's really weird. And then his family, I'm sorry, but if I had a brother that abused his own child, my niece, I wouldn't talk to him at all. Why is the family still talking to Jake? Why does Jake still have his family support? What's his TikTok name? I don't know by memory, but I have to look it up. They look alike. I don't know. I don't really see it too much. Yeah. He almost unalived his daughter. I wouldn't talk to a family member that did that to their own child. And that's my family. That child is my family. Why does Jake's family still talk to him? Yeah, that's the lawyer behind me. Spill the tea. Found this picture. And I saw it right before I came on. I was like, oh my God. All right, I'm trying to look for the lawyer's TikTok. Watch him delete the TikTok already, and I didn't save it. Damn it, ¿qué mensa soy? I think the video's gone. No. I gotta find out who sent it to me. I hope I screenshotted him, but I don't know. Did I? Yeah, I think he deleted it. Crap. Man, I wasn't smart enough to save it. Okay, that has to be the dumbest thing I've done. See, his TikTok name didn't, I don't think it had his name. Yeah, a lot of families don't hold each other accountable. I do. Go get, yeah, I didn't take the screenshots. Oh, I'm so dumb. And I don't know, for some reason it won't let me look a lot back. A lawyer, hey, deep dive crime time. Is this a lawyer? Yes. The lawyer looks like his friend that happened to be a defense attorney, to be honest with how immature he sounded. What do you mean, what? Oh, it was probably his friend. I don't know, but this guy's really unprofessional. It's really, really strange. The name is 99-cent lawyer. I have to find the message. Yeah, Diana, I believe so. I think so too. His reviews